Pap, parararun.
My name is Daniel Dominguez. I'm from Spain, Barcelona. And when I was actually, I'm from a really small town. And I have been dancing all my life since I was 3 years old. And my mom said, "Oh, there's something that your friends are doing. It can be interesting." And I said, "Okay." I mean, I was 3 years old. What I was supposed to do? And then it was something that I really like it. I really enjoy it, to be creative, to explore, right, to move. I'm a person that needs to move a lot. And then when I was 14, I decided to move and go to Barcelona, to the big city. And that means leaving all my family and all my friends behind. And I was a person that I was really afraid of everything. I couldn't go into the elevators. I couldn't also, I don't know. I had a lot of panics and I had a lot of traumas inside myself, and that was a huge step to really leave my family and start this crazy world in a big city to just move and dance. And that's what I decided. And when I was 18, I was a time when I was wanted to really start finding companies to work with. But as a dancer, like I was 18, you need to be like 20, 25, more older, because I was first in this classical world that now I'm really done, because it was like Coppelia, the Nutcracker, the Swan Lake, all those kind of ballet repertoires. And then I wanted to go into more contemporary world and be more acrobatic. Actually, the circus thing, it was something that I always liked, and to be able to do backflips and all these cartwheels and all those crazy things. And then I went more into the contemporary world. And then I was 18. I was doing auditions into to try to get into companies, but they need to have people that is more mature. And then I decided to I got the opportunity to go to Coders. I couldn't speak English before. My first year was really like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Because that's another issue that we have in Spain. In Spain, I say I'm a dancer, and people see you like a homeless, and then it's really something really negative. And here you are a dancer, and they value art. It's something that you feel like, okay, I'm doing something for the well-being of this society, and people is respecting me, and I'm happy for that. And then I just did my first year, my second year, and now in my third year, I start also this project of CAPTA LAVIE that I actually started in 2017 as my own YouTube channel and just being my own self. But I felt like this was really empty to just promote myself. I don't like to be like, you see, I'm the center. No, this is like, no, 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 no. And I really love to help people. And then in the lockdown, when we had, I was like, what can I do, And I always have these passions for communities, and I feel that united we can really help and make this world a better place. And I say, okay, I have this YouTube channel, I have a huge Instagram, I'm an artist, I'm a dancer. Why I shouldn't just try to make kind of a community and combine artists and try to contact them? And I start like a bit just doing whatever, but now it has a really power structure. Uh, and yeah, and now I'm in my third year at Coders, thinking to invest more time on this community and do my internship actually inside that community. And that these people, these artists, decide what they want to do, and I want to help them to really reach their dream, to really reach their future. When you give life to one thing, what is happening is that you are killing the rest of the things. It's like maybe the wall is like this, and they just show you this, like this. And that's the same that happens if I'm just a dancer, and I just see and I forget all those other things, and I just do dance. I'm really missing the other beauty of other people and other disciplines, and I'm actually not being an artist. I'm just being a slave of this society in an artistic world. Because in this school they teach me that I have to go into a company, that I have to work for someone else. That this is what's happening in the industrial revolution. You go to school and you don't learn not how to make money, or you don't learn how this system works. No, you just learn that you have to be a good citizen, that you have to go get a job, work your 8 hours per day, you know, and then go home and just waste your money in things. And that's it, right? And I'm like, whoa, I consider myself an artist, but I feel that a lot of dancers, they became just part of this system, you know, and they lost this artist that they have inside. And when I see this, it's like, I need to help them. I need to really find ways of that they wake up, you know, and that's when I believe that connecting with other art disciplines is helping me to do this, you know. And then I see artists that they tell me, yeah, but I don't like these things, you know, I don't want to watch them, you know. And I'm like, but we are artists, that we should watch all the things that we don't like, you know. We should put ourselves in things that we feel that are disgusting, things that provoke us anxiety, you know, because that's what art does. It creates you an emotion, it creates you a reaction, but it doesn't need to be all the time happiness or really I'm okay. No, it needs to be things that you're like, even if they are bad recorded, you know. When I see your video, that I'm like, okay, it's not amazing recorded, but man, she just went for it. She just took that wheel, you know, all those hours doing that wheel, you know, in that garage, in that light, you know. Why she put that music, you know? It just makes me watch it and think about it, you know. And sometimes I'm like, I like to confront myself in these situations that I see. Whoa, there's also a video of a guy, Primitive Human is called, and he just
Yeah.
plays with the skin, you know, and you see his skin that is really disgusting for me, you know. I feel pain in my body, but that doesn't mean that, oh no, because I don't like it, I will not watch it. No, it's like I should watch it, learn from it, and there start understanding what do you like to produce, you know, because you don't need to do things that you don't like as an artist. You should do things that you like, but you should watch all those other things to understand what are your preference, right? And then I'm like, okay, I'm creating this community, and I see a lot of people is like, but man, just confront yourself with those things, just go and watch them. I'm giving you this space to play around, to have fun, you know, to confront, to get inspiration. Don't tell me, no, I don't like it, that's why I'm not gonna follow you, and that's what I'm not gonna share it, you know. And then it's like, you're shutting up as something that I'm trying to really change the world, and you're just giving likes to things that you like, you know, and allowing yourself to get trapped in this social media performance, you know, to just keep sliding things that you want, and that's it. And I'm like, it needs a lot of work still in this, but I'm happy doing those things. That's why I believe that it's really important to connect with other artists.
Well,
If it's like sometimes artists, we are all the time trying to get jobs from other people, right? It's like you just can go into circus, like circus people, they are really more entrepreneur and they try to create their own things. That's really nice. But as a dancer, it's you just can go to a company and that's it, and dance into a company. Or as a musician, the only future is going to orchestras, right? But if you don't go into those places, what do, you know? And it's like, oh, just create your own company, just create your own space to develop yourself. And that's what we want, to open a company where we do all those interactions. And I'm also trying to find a ways of having a place here in Rotterdam where all artists can come and just interact with each other, learn from each other, start improving from each other, you know. I really don't believe in schools. Like don't like coders, for example, because it's like how a school is going to teach you art, that it's something really, there's nothing good or bad, you know. It's really just, you just need to really know yourself. It's more like a therapy of really understanding who you are and what do you want to express to the world, that making an amazing technique, you know. Because yeah, it's good if you want it in a period of your time, but it's not the end result to become a good artist. And then I want to just make this a space where we all grow and learn from each other, and then the projects pop up inside, and then we help them to make those projects happen. And that's the idea, like next year, to just focus, build a space here, have a place, and then try to move into other countries, you know, and build also this idea of CAPTA LAVIE, and this idea of community, and this idea of being all together and helping all each other, you know. It's like the mission of CAPTA LAVIE for me and all the colleagues that I'm working is to improve the quality life of the artists in a healthy and wealthy way. And healthy, I mean, because as a dancer, you can see a lot of dancers that they have a depression, low self autoesteem, right? Also like anorexia and this kind of problems that is like, why do we have those problems, you know? And I would love to try find ways of how help these people. And that's why we also develop a program that it's called the Super Artist Mind, actually. And it's like an online program that you can do whenever and wherever, and it has like 6 different modules. And then it's about connecting with your inner child, meeting your animal, also journey to death, and it's like all those crazy things that help you to really know more about yourself, that help you to really, you are not stuck in one kind of art, you know. You can really combine all those kind of artists and grow all together. And the good thing is like we bring all those people into a community where they start sharing all those exercises that I'm asking, you know. And then you can see, for example, there's a guy that he doesn't have a leg, you know, and he's a poet, he writes poetry. And then does those videos, and I see those videos, you know, and then I get inspiration, you know, and it makes me feel like if he can do it, I can do it. Come on. And then now he wants to write a book, you know, and it's like, okay, I want to help you to really promote that book, you know, let's make it happen and find all those ways of helping each other. And then also we talk about healthiness, but then we also talk about wealthiness. I want to help people to be rich, you know. I want to help people. Sometimes artists is like, no, no, I don't want to talk about money. But in this society, if you don't have money, you will not survive, you know. That's what happened with the Black Mountain College that actually I recommended you to check it. It's really nice. It was like that happened in America. It was like a school, like a university in the mountains, you know. And then there was no teacher or students. It was everyone just working all together, and the base was arts. And from arts, you can get this creativity, this thinking outside of the box, you know, this judgmental, like judging in the healthy way, you know. And the base of that, the studies were art. And then from there, a lot of people did also other things, you know. They became lawyers, or they became other specialities. But just being raised as an artist, it helped them to develop all those things. But the university had to close because they run out of money, you know. It was like a person that had a lot of money, and this person was investing it in this university, but after 4 years it had to close. And it was like, oh, come on, that's why we need money, or at least have people that is keep pushing it, you know. Because like for wealthiness, it's just a way of measuring, right? Like metrics, right? I'm like that way of tall, you know, and you say meters, right? Or you say volume about with liters, right? But wealthiness, you use money. But the problem, because first I was saying that communities are the future currency, you know. And I was studying because I also love to study, and I also love to really get information, because that's the amazing thing of life, right? To just don't stop. If you stop, it's just like, man, no, that's really boring. And then I was studying about what's the difference between money and currency, you know. And a currency is like the euros, right? Or like the dollars is like a paper that someone else, like the government, they can print it, you know, and they can produce more. But when they do this, what happens is that it loses value. And when we see that the prices get higher, it's not that the prices get higher, it's that the value of the money, of the currency, gets lower, you know? And then you're working in a job that they will not pay you more currency, they will not pay you more euros, but they will make that this value of the euros get lower, you know? And I was like, wow, but that doesn't happen with communities. With communities, as much people we are, more value does it has, you know. Because now you, Viola, I get your knowledge, and we have this conversation, and we became stronger, we grow together, and we can go wherever we want, you know. We don't have limits if we really believe between each other. And then I was like, no, communities are wealthiness. Communities is really the real money, as this capitalist system says, you know. It's like gold or silver, you know, because it cannot be reproduced as much as you want. There's a limit in this world, you know, and that has a lot of value. But and now I'm just thinking, okay, that's the idea. And then like let's try to transmit this message into the world, you know, and really make feel people that by getting all together and by helping all each other, we can create whatever we want, you know. And really take out these people that are manipulating us, or take out those people, the banks that they are printing just money as they want, you know, and kind of using us and entering in this crisis, you know. And it's like, no, 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 no. I'm an artist. I love business. I love money, and I want to help people to. I want to help artists to become healthy and wealthy, you know. And now I'm also studying how to invest in real estate and other kind of things, because I cannot go just on one row, you know. It's like I have a seven artists are helping me into this thing, and I invite everyone, you know. Everyone is welcome to come and help me working, you know, but it means hours and discussing what are we gonna do, what's gonna happen, what are the videos on YouTube that we're gonna post, the webs, all these kind of things, you know. And everyone is welcome, but all those people is helping me because they get that inspiration that I give, you know. They see that this is gonna work and it's going to go somewhere, and they have the voice also to tell where what or do we want to do, you know. And it's just really amazing to start working in this project. And sports, I think they in our society they have more value. For example, you see
Yeah.
football players and they get more money, you know. Those kind, I mean, not all the sports, but there are some sports like they attract more people. Then that happens, I think, the same with the arts. For example, like people likes to listen music, right? That's something that we do, yes or yes. It's like if you do a circus performance without music, it's gonna be hard to attract people, right? The music give a lot of feeling. That's why I believe that singers, they have more possibilities to really stand and positionate themselves in this, so in this society, right? Because by singing you can then make circus or do another performance, but people will listen to your music, and then they can watch what you also do with your movement and these video things. But that's the same that happens with dance. Is like we are the less pay, and sometimes it gets the musicals, you know, because there's music and dance, you know, because it's more engaging, because it's more commercial. And with I think the Cirque du Soleil, they positionate circus really in the high level, right? But they create like a machine, you know. They create like, we have this performance, and then we perfectionate it. We they combine all the arts in one. It's like they just don't do circus, they do everything. But that's what I think we should do. Is like, if the problem is like, no, I'm just a circus person, no, 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 or I'm just a dancer, no, 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 why you don't just try to create a whole thing that it's gonna make that all the arts go up, you know? That you cannot do circus without music, but you could not do also music without circus, you know? We should try to and make that every artist support each other, you know, that the musicians is like, no, 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 I'm not gonna sing if I don't have a circus person here doing this kind of things, you know? Because then is when we really connect with each other and really make that all the other art gets value also, and we are all kind of equal, you know, because I mean, we work hard, and most of the circus people, they put themselves in danger also to perform some of the things that they are doing. Why we don't get this support? And then of course we have this Cirque du Soleil that they do this macro performance, but then if you try to be like a freelance circus, right, and just go in towns and try to perform your own things, you need a lot of support of the government, I guess. As the dancers that we also do, we need fundings to be able to make our own projects, as I believe that circus, they do also their own projects. And that's the way to keep going. And then it's hard. That's an issue that I'm like CAPTA LAVIE is also trying to fix, you know, how we can make that people really understand the value of circus or dance or all those other arts, you know, and they decide to make that exchange of value using their money, because that's what we are using in this society. And that's how we can make that circus people kind of start to have really the life that they want, you know. And we don't become just a slave of, oh yeah, like the Cirque du Soleil is gonna pay me this, and I'm not happy with, but it's the only job that I get, and then I just do it. Because now, like with this pandemic, what happened, you know, the Cirque du Soleil closed, but all the artists, they are not getting paid, you know. It's like the contract that we get as an artist is if we perform. If we don't perform, we are nothing, you know. And that's also something I think quite unfair, because at least for the Cirque du Soleil, that they are a massive company, they should be able to create a system that allows, even we they cannot do physical performance because of this crisis, to take care of their workers, because they had produced things in the society. They had helped a lot of people. They had give a lot of inspiration to kids that they were just watching maybe this, or people that was depressed, and then you see these amazing lights and these things that is like, yeah, you motivate the society to keep working and to make them be happy. That's also a point that I was talking with the it's like, why do we want money, right? To survive, but then also to be happy, right? And then that's why we go to cinemas. That's why we consume other kind of products. We like to eat good food, and we like to watch, and we like to learn things and activities to become happy at the end. But if we suppress those things, and it's just like, no, you have to be at home, work, and that's it. For what? It's like, no, that's not working. And yeah, let's see if we can make that circus performance get more high value, and people really appreciate it. Like, there's a metaphor that I use, like, I believe it in all the art. When we came to this wall, we were painting on the walls, right? We were dancing on the fire, and I believe that they were doing also kind of circus or crazy things, or the people that were jumping. It's like, what's circus at the end, and what's dance, and where is the limit? It's just like moving and engaging with other objects. It's like we are artists doing things around the fire, right? To make those rituals, but also like killing mammoths or killing those animals. That was also like circus. You can just say it when people is observing like a performance, but then it's like, but are you an actor? We are artists, let's say. And then if you imagine like an apocalypse, right, that the world is gonna finish, and you are alone, and which person do you want to have by your side? Do you want to have a politician? Do you want to have a mathematician? Or you want to have an artist? You want to have a person that knows how to talk? That's also an art. Move how he wants. It makes you feel happy, it makes you feel something. I prefer to be with an artist in the moment that I'm gonna die, than not be with a rock that just thinks about making money and just being a better citizen. No, 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 I don't want that. But now you see, okay, now we are right now. You take beginning, and why we don't give the value right now? Why we don't value art right now, and really put money and support those new artists that they are coming, to be able to make this society a better place to live all together and exchange all together.